I used to be shamed for having sloppy, rounded shoulders. Shoulders that would literally look like an actual pyramid, like this. And then I'd have like sort of like miniature love handles and a sort of skinny fat body. But even my family commented on this, and at least on my mother's side, which I'm more on my mother's side, right? They all said that, oh, we all have shoulders that go like this, and you're the only one that goes like this. Oh, you're so much like your father. And that pushed me a lot to getting an aesthetic V-taper, because I did not want to look like my father. I did not want anything to resemble my father. Now, this isn't like hate or whatever, right? But it's just that I don't really see my father as someone I can respect. I won't get into that, but that was one of my main fuels for trying to get a aesthetic V-taper with fucking coconut shoulders. So there's really only 3 steps to being aesthetic, and it's a lot simpler than it actually sounds. A lot of the time, it's more of the work than the secret technique, the secret method for you to get a insanely aesthetic body. It's more of the time involved. Number 1 is I determined where I was. We have to identify the problem first to solve it, right? And I determined that I was way too fat. And so every day at school, I was literally starving myself every single day. I did not eat whatsoever. I only ate until I went back home. And then fast forward a couple of more months, I realized I was way too skinny now. And I've literally lost all of my skinny fat because I was growing, right? This was, I don't know, 13, around there. And I realized that now I'm actually looking anorexic because 1, I've had a growth spurt, and 1, I was not eating. And just suddenly out of nowhere, I grew a few more inches and I became skinny. And then I newly identified myself again as a very skinny man. And so I just went on the bulk again. I literally brought food to school, right? A big Asian meal to school, packed lunch. And I also bought stuff from the canteen, like, you know, the main dish where it's all carby. It's like fucking pasta, or it's rice and chicken. So I'd always get that meal alongside my own packed lunch. And then after school, I would literally walk back home and eat a big lunch again. And then I would go gym and then eat a big dinner. And that was how I was managed to bulk up to look something like this. I'll show you the picture right now. And so from all of these years of experimenting with how to lose weight, how to gain weight, I've really simplified it down to 2 principles. If you want to bulk, you have to eat more carbs, because carbs make you more hungry later on. If you eat a big fat steak that's all oily and fatty, you won't be eating for like maybe another day or so, at least for me, right? Because the oil comes in place and like saturates you and like fills you up, right? Whereas carbs, if you eat a big plate of spaghetti like at lunch, you'll probably be hungry in the afternoon again, because apparently carbohydrates produce this chemical that makes you want to eat more. And just another bonus tip for bulking, you have to eat until you sort of feel like you're throwing up. And the best way for me to explain this is through spoonfuls of rice. Just keep on feeding yourself spoonfuls of rice, spoonfuls of rice. My favorite bulking meal is actually something I make on my own. Paprika chicken in the oven with rice, or it's literally black beans, beef mince and rice. I just keep on stuffing that down, add loads of salt, right? So that 1 keeps you hydrated, electrolytes, and it also makes it taste better, so you don't feel like you're a fucking prime Jay Cutler, monotonous, eating bland egg whites type of guy. It's not nice, right? And to shred, really the best way to shred is to go on a keto diet, at least for me. Because the keto diet requires no carbs at all. And even better, you go on the keto diet with intermittent fasting. So you completely skip breakfast, you have lunch, and you have dinner with 0 carbs. It's only meat or vegetables. In fact, there was even one point in my life where I wanted to really strap down and focus all onto my productivity, because I already had some good amount of bulkiness and some muscle mass, right? And I really wanted to focus on my work in this period of time, right? And I did literally 1 meal per day. 1 meal per day. You can literally look this up. Every successful person, every successful self-improvement guru, bro, they all fucking do 1 meal per day. It's 1 meal per day, big fat steak. That's all they do. Even if they're not a self-improvement guru, even if they're a fucking Navy SEAL like Jocko Willink, Jocko Willing advocates that, right? So now we know where we're at and how we're going to improve, how we're going to bulk up or how we're going to shred. But how do we actually follow through? How do we be consistent? And this is step 2. The most simplest way of getting a static body is simply just to go to the gym. It's as simple as it sounds, right? I'm sounding like a fucking dumbass right now. I know you probably wanted some secret technique, right? But think about how much you went to the gym the last month, and then the month before, and then the month before that, and just look at your record. How consistently are you actually going to the gym? Now, I have a lot of friends that have gotten a good amount of progress in the gym, good muscle mass, looking lean, got like this nice definition where they literally have their arms like their shoulders like this, right? And then it goes like that, and then it goes like lean, proper lean muscle mass, right? But they slowly tailor off. They slowly go down, go down, go down, get complacent, get comfortable. Oh, I'm hench now. Might as well skip today. Oh, I'm feeling a bit tired. I've been lying in bed all day. Might as well skip the gym today. But I, on the other hand, have been grinding every single fucking day, every week, 5 or 6 times per week. And if I miss a day, I make it up on the weekend. In fact, just to prove this point, I will show you a record of it right now. So this was when I started, right? And look, this was when I moved to this new gym I have. And look, consistency. And this was when I went to Malaysia, I'm pretty sure. Consistency. And then now it's this is present day. And even before all of this tracking, all of this like nice professional app with this conventional gym, I was at this old crappy gym that was really small, and I was still consistent then. In fact, more consistent back then. Literally because there was only 2 hours for me to work out at that gym for juniors, because I was still 14, 13 years old. And there was only 2 hours where I was supervised at that gym. Now, just to solidify this point to you, there is a saying from Joe Rogan that has gotten me through all of the hard times of me not wanting to go to the gym. Oh, it's too cold outside. Oh, I just want to stay on this couch. Oh, it's fine if I skip today. Oh, I've been lying in bed all day. I'm sick. And that is, if you can walk, you can go to the gym. Because you are capable of more than you think. People like Cameron Haynes, David Goggins, they are testimonial to that. David Goggins ran 70 miles with fucking myoplex, this thick myoplex and fucking Ritz crackers. And he completed 30 more miles after literally shitting out blood and pissing blood. Your mind is your limit. Your body is more capable than you think. If your family was under a car or your mum was under a car and you're trying to save them, I guarantee your body would activate every single cell and perform outside of your mind's boundaries, because you are capable of more than you think. But just another tip to make sure you're really consistent is accountability. Make sure you have, this is from my own experience, right? Have a friend that has good, strong virtues and morals, right? So he's a man of discipline, a man of strong virtue, a man of maybe Eastern background, like good father and mother, respect, morals, and get that friend to go to the gym with you. Because if you get that friend to go to the gym with you and you don't show up, you can be like, oh, if I don't show up, you get to punch me as hard as possible on the next day you meet me, or I have to pay you £5. Or it's the simple fact that there is shame. There's a shame that comes to skipping the gym, whereas your friend's hammering away 5 or 6 days a week and you're just there sitting on the couch. And last but not least, with consistency, it takes time. We've determined where you are and what you should do, right? But you have to know how long your body will take to get to a specific point you want. For example, when I was 40 to 45 kg, anorexic looking, skinny, it has taken me 2 years and a few months to get to the point I am now, a lean, bulky physique, bigger than most of my peers who go to the gym. But maybe for someone who's starting up a little bit heavier, maybe 70 kg, 60 kg, they'll have a lot easier of a time going into the gym and getting that muscle definition, simply because that mass is already there. The only thing that they have to do is shred the fat. Whereas you, or in my case, old me, I had to bulk up significantly. I had to gain that mass, shred the fat, gain that mass, shred the fat. So now we know the best thing for an aesthetic body. The vehicle that's going to get you there the fastest, the most aesthetic. What type of exercises do we have to do? What type of muscle groups do we have to target? And I've noted down a few key aesthetic V-taper, coconut shoulders, fucking Death Star delts exercises that will aim to make you a aesthetic man. But you have to know this. Just having a classic PPL or a push-pull legs or a chest and back, arms and legs, having that split and going consistently, that will already contribute to 95% of your aesthetic physique. So these are exercises that you just need to make sure you are doing alongside everything else. And if I were you and you really, really wanted this aesthetic body, I would put all of these exercises at the start of your workout, or at least most of them. And then by doing that, putting them at the start of your workout, you get to focus on them more and you get to hit them better. Now, the first key exercise is lateral raise. I used to skimp out on lateral raise a lot, and I just used to prefer standing bar shoulder presses because I literally hated that burn that you would get for lateral raise. It sucked. It didn't feel good. But I remember it was one day where I got the trigger from my mum again, casually insulting me on how I have like rounded shoulders and I don't have like wide shoulders. And she literally said that you have to have wider shoulders to look more like a man. So I guess my mum's right, alright? And the funny thing is, you can't really argue with a Eastern hard, like independent mum. This like hard morals, hard virtues. You can't really argue with that. So I looked up all the ways to blow up my shoulder and I applied this principle to my lateral raises. And that was to drop set it to the fucking max. So for example, start at 10 kg and then 8 kg and then 6 kg and then just do 2 sets each. So for example, 10 kg, 2 sets, 8 kg, 2 sets, 6 kg, 2 sets, 4 kg, 2 sets. And once you're literally on fucking 3 kg and it literally burns by you doing this on 3 kg and you look like a dumbass, right? Because you're fucking doing 3 kg. That is when you can stop. But if I were you, and I've done this before, I've literally gone down to 1 kg. Now the second key exercise or muscle group to hit is your rear delts. Your rear delts is this machine, right? Where you're literally doing this. This is such a fucking negated and such a ignored muscle group. But one, it pulls your entire arm back so that you don't look like a fucking hunchback of Notre Dame. And the other day when I was looking in the mirror after literal weeks of focusing on rear delts, because previously I haven't been focusing on rear delts, right? But I just had an obsession with rear delts for a good couple of weeks, and I looked in the mirror and posed in a way that I could look at my back in a sort of aesthetic way, right? All of the musculature of the back. And I saw 2 fucking big boulders right there, almost looking like 2 fucking eyes or some shit. 2 big demon eyes. And they looked fucking massive. It's such a big part of your back. If you just train them for like a couple of weeks and look at them at your back, you will see that they contribute so much to having a very, very muscular and aesthetic looking back. The third key exercise is pull-ups. And the reason why pull-ups are in here is recently I've been pissed off at the fact that I can't do many pull-ups. In fact, I used to only be able to do 3. And with the gym, fucking 2 years or so, I have only been able to do 4. I've been doing so many lat pull downs, so many pull-ups, so many biceps, so many back exercises that why isn't it growing? Why aren't I able to do more pull-ups? And I literally only figured this out the other day, right? But it's a simple fact that I wasn't doing enough pull-ups. In fact, one day I got so fucking frustrated that I went to the pull-up bar and I did just that. Like my pull-up bar in, like behind my fucking door there, yeah. I have a pull-up bar there and literally I spent the whole fucking evening doing pull-ups with even a rubber band tied there to like assist me with the pull-ups, and I was just doing negatives. If I couldn't do any more pull-ups, right, I was just jumping to the top and then doing negative, holding myself down. And guess what, bro? I think this is my theory, right? Some part of my back just activated from doing that. From all of the lat pull downs, all of the back workouts, it finally activated because I was instantly able. Now I can do literally 8. I can do 8 pull-ups instead of fucking 3. And this has assisted my ego and literally boosted my self-esteem because I am no longer missing that part of my body. I'm no longer incomplete. And what's better is the pull-ups alongside the activation of the muscles, I think they activated the appearance of the muscles as well. Because my lats are looking extremely fucking big. Like, I'm beginning to see visions of fucking Bruce Lee's lats. If you just look up on Google, Bruce Lee lats, I'm beginning to see myself taking on that form. And I'm very, very happy about that. Now, the fourth key muscle group or exercise is chest. But you have to realize here that chest, you can only make it so big. You can do chest fly and whatever, right? But the illusion here and how to make your chest look extremely bigger is by working your arms and your shoulder, top part here. And that gives you the illusion of having a bigger chest. But honestly, a old tactic that I had to really explode my chest above all of my peers, right, was to sit on a machine that, it was literally this, right? Back in my old days with the fucking crappy gym, I would literally sit on this machine, doing that. Like, you know, there's fucking bars like here, and then you just push that, like the chest press, or whatever it's called. And I would just sit there and drop set, drop set, drop set, drop set, put it back up, drop set, drop set, drop set, drop set. And I would fuel all of my hate into that machine, all of my hate, all of my anger built up from the day, from people picking on me, people shaming me, all of that into that machine. And now I have like the biggest chest. That's like a strong point of mine. And last but not least, it's legs. You have to train your legs, bro. Like, everyone, I guarantee you, every fucking person online is telling you to train your legs, but there's this meme going around that, oh, I don't train leg days, I skip leg days. You have to train your legs. One, because it gives you insane chemical shit in your body that your body needs, so testosterone and endorphins, massive endorphins. In fact, when I trained calves the other day, something that I haven't done in fucking ages, I just started fucking laughing because I haven't trained my calves in ages, right? And the endorphins just fucking hit me like a truck. And I literally just started laughing in the middle of doing a fucking calf set or after it. And I guess the second reason is you feel more like a man once you've done the fucking leg workout. If you've done a brutal leg workout and for the next 3 or 4 days, your legs are fucked, you feel more like a man and you can actually wear shorts without shame. And with that being said, if you are interested in a 28 days journey fitness program with me, where I take you hand to hand, 4 weeks, 1 hour call per week with accountability texting, so you can text me whenever you want for whatever advice and I can keep you accountable. Live gym calls, you can call me when you're in the gym and I will literally fix all of your problems in real time, whether it's your bench form, how to grip something, and there's even tailored video on command. So if you want me to literally make a video on how to bench, how to arch your back, I can do that for you and I will send it to you. And now, to be honest, it is quite high ticket and it is quite high price, but it all comes with a guarantee that is completely risk-free. Whether you want to cancel 28 seconds after our discovery call or literally 28 days later on the last call, you can get your money back. And with that being said, in a bit, bro.